Ladies and gentlemen, the Pleb is back in tonight's report. After Pierre Poilievre called Justin Trudeau a wacko yesterday in the House of Commons, well, wacko is now the #1 trend here on X and is blowing up all over the internet. As well, on tonight's show, Stoner Guy is back with another rant that perfectly describes Trudeau's hypocrisy. You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around. Before we start tonight's report, do you think Justin Trudeau is a legitimate wacko? Well, if you're not subscribed already, smash the subscribe button because I exposed Trudeau for the wacko that he truly is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unless you have been living under an actual rock, you have seen Pierre Poilievre going mega viral again, this time for correctly labeling Justin Trudeau as a wacko. Pierre Poilievre absolutely lit the internet up by storm last night yet again, and Trudeau is wacko became the #1 trend on all of X. Let's go watch yesterday's clip that absolutely lit the internet on fire. Just look at the way this guy stares, Mr. Power Trip himself.
It is a choice for him to implement extremist policies that have taken the lives of 2,500 British Columbians every single year. Since the NDP has asked him to reverse course on his and formerly their radical policy, 22 British Columbians have died of drug overdoses. But he continues to allow those drugs to kill the people in our hospitals and on our public transit. When will we put an end to this wacko policy by this wacko Prime Minister?
No. Look at the speaker.
That is not there are a couple of things which are going on here today, which is not acceptable. And I ask all members, please, to keep themselves, to control themselves. I'm going to ask two things. One, I'm going to ask the Honourable Leader of the Opposition to withdraw that term, which is not considered parliamentary.
Oh, no.
Mr. Speaker, I replace wacko with extremist. He is an
The Honourable Member to please... I'm going to ask the Leader of the Opposition once again to just withdraw that comment, please. And I'll invite the Honourable Member... I'm going to ask the Honourable Leader of the Opposition to please withdraw that comment and simply withdraw that comment.
Look at the way he's mad. This guy's on such a power trip. I just want to say something. If you actually ask random Canadians off the streets to describe Justin Trudeau in one word, I guarantee you it would be way worse than wacko or extremist. I promise you. Actually calling Justin Trudeau a wacko is not only accurate, it's classy compared to what the average Canadian would call him. Let's go back to the clip.
I'll replace it with radical justice policy.
I am not asking to replace. I'm asking the Honourable Member to just simply withdraw.
This guy is on such a power trip.
Mr. Speaker, I replace the word wacko with extremist.
It's unreal. Nope.
I'm going to ask the Honourable Leader of the Opposition one last time to please withdraw that comment and simply withdraw that comment.
I simply withdraw and replace with the aforementioned adjective.
Good.
Mr. Poilievre, I have to name you for disregarding the authority of the chair, pursuant to the authority granted to me by Standing Order 11.
Oh my God.
I order you to withdraw from the House and from any participation by video conference for the remainder of this day's sitting.
Have you guys ever seen a speaker on a bigger power trip than Greg Fergus? I mean, I don't know if there's ever been a worse speaker than this guy, but he is absolutely disrespecting our country by not doing his job, being neutral. He's obviously completely biased. And yesterday, after Pierre Poilievre gets ejected from the House, all the conservative MPs followed Pierre Poilievre, and they all left the House too. And I'll say this, we are all following Pierre out of the House yesterday. As Canadians, that was all of us. We have Pierre's back 100%. And after Craig Fergus came out and exposed himself as being the worst and most biased speaker of all time, Tom Mulcair was on TV last night and called out Craig Fergus, saying he needs to go.
I've never seen anything like this, Vashi. Never in my career have I seen such, in my view, blatant partisanship from a speaker. I mean, if you were to do a scale of 1 to 10 of bad words, WACKO comes in at about 2.5,
right?
Somewhere close to spineless. And somehow Greg Fergus got it in his head that he could boot out Pierre Poilievre. Fergus should do the right thing and simply step down. He cannot, with any credibility, based on my many years' experience in both provincial legislature and in the House of Commons, he cannot continue to do that job credibly himself. He made a huge mistake. When Poilievre said, I simply withdraw, he should have ended it there. Instead, he went after the leader of the opposition. Unbelievable. Yeah. I've never seen anything like it.
I mean, the ex-NDP leader is right. We got to give him props when he calls it out. Craig Fergus is unbelievably biased. And the words that Pierre Poilievre used were not even unparliamentary. But guess what? The idiot Liberals decided to use yesterday's moment to spin up some misinformation with some absolutely ridiculous tweets over what went down. Member of Parliament Marcy Wen came out yesterday and said that Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives all left the House of Commons yesterday because they would not denounce neo-Nazism. But funny enough, thankfully on X, we have community notes here to correct this ridiculous tweet. And in the community notes, it says, as per official House of Commons question period, transcript and video, the speaker ordered Poilievre to exit the chamber after Pierre called the PM and his policies wacko. Pierre eventually withdrew the word, but replaced it with extreme, at which the speaker ordered him out for the day. But yes, according to Marcy, it's because they wouldn't denounce neo-Nazism. Absolute clown. And it wasn't just Marcy, it was also one of the biggest morons in Canadian politics by the name of Mark Garretson, who put out a ridiculous tweet here yesterday, which got deleted, by the way. Breaking: Pierre Poilievre removed from the House after refusing to condemn a white supremacist group. Guys, not only is Mark a liar, he's also an absolute moron. Yes, refusing to condemn a white supremacist group. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely loving watching this desperation from the Liberals, and it's getting more and more crazier every single day. And to make things even funnier, the Liberal Party have come out today and put an attack ad on Pierre Poilievre, tying Pierre Poilievre to Donald Trump because Donald Trump uses the word wacko. This is comedy gold.
They've gone WACKO.
WACKO. WACKO.
This WACKO.
A total WACKO.
One WACKO.
WACKO. These socialist WACKOs. He's a WACKO.
WACKO. WACKO.
WACKO. WACKO.
They've gone.
Oh my God,
WACKO.
Trump used the word wacko.
A total WACKO.
Oh my God.
One WACKO.
It really pisses off the left because this is what Trudeau is. He is a wacko. I mean, this guy puts tampons in men's washrooms. How else would you describe him? He is a wacko. I mean, just look at the way this guy claps. He is obviously an absolute wacko. And if you guys want another laugh at the absolute hypocrisy of the left, NDP House Leader Peter Julian, who has to be blocked on X, by the way, came out and put out this statement and showed his disappointment in Pierre Poilievre for calling Trudeau a wacko. Watch this.
He made an inappropriate comment and refused to withdraw it. He seems to want to burn everything down. It's a pyromaniac Poilievre.
Pyromaniac.
For him to do this today, I think, is incredible. Shows incredible discredit and disrespect for the parliamentary institutions that Canadians believe in, and I'm saddened by his actions today.
Now, the only reason I'm showing a clip of Peter Julian is to call out his hypocrisy because he himself used the term wacko in the House of Commons. Shout out to Northern Perspective on this clip. It's gold. Oh, man.
And I'll say something further about the credibility or the lack of credibility of the Conservatives on this issue. We've had absolutely wacko claims by Conservatives. Wacko claims.
Wacko claims. Wacko claims.
The hypocrisy of the left is never ending. It's truly unreal. And furthermore, some of these reactions from these left-wing pundits, shills, is equally as funny as Altia Raj came out yesterday after Trudeau got called a wacko, came out with this tweet here saying, "We will remember this day in the history books." Really? Like Pearl Harbor? Like World War II? Like September 11th? Pierre Poilievre calling him a wacko is something you will never forget? You are not a serious person. And the crazy thing about all this is that these leftists seem to have a short memory of Justin Trudeau's behavior in the House of Commons, as remembered by this famous clip where he called Peter Kent a POS. Watch.
Well, Mr. Speaker, my honourable colleague, if she had been in Durban, would have seen that, in fact, Canada was among the leaders in creating the...
Order.
You guys hear this? You hear this, right? That's Trudeau's voice. Play that again. Wow, Justin Trudeau keeping it classy in the House of Commons as usual. And it wasn't the only time, as Justin Trudeau, do you guys remember the time where he literally elbowed a chick on the floor of the House? Oh my God. Zoom in on this. Zoom in. This is nuts. Zoom in. Oh yeah, just go shove a chick on the floor of the House of Commons. Totally normal, guys. Not wacko whatsoever. But after this viral moment, the internet ran with it and came up with a bunch of viral posts, which I'll show you guys here, from the hashtag Wacko Trudeau, Trudeau is wacko. First up is Ezra Levant here with a classic picture titled Wacko. OG Horse Kisses saying, he's a wacko, Trudeau is wacko. Honorable number 9 with this tweet saying, the word wacko comes to mind. Agreed. I mean, even I put out this tweet here with Trudeau is wacko, just simply saying, I am wacko. Just look at the picture. He's wacko. Brenda came out with this tweet, with this classic picture, by the way, saying, all aboard the Wacko Express. This picture will never get old to me. And Brenda came out with this tweet here with Justin Trudeau sticking his tongue out, asking, is wacko trending yet? Well, Brenda, it actually is trending. And thanks to you guys putting out these wacko tweets, wacko is the #1 trending topic here in Canada. Marty up north put out this tweet here with just wacko written across Trudeau's face that appears to be going pretty viral as well. And the whiteboard memes from a couple of videos appear to be back, as this one says, Pierre is right, I am a friggin' wacko. And the funniest thing is on the same day where Pierre Poilievre calls Trudeau a wacko and it goes viral, they're already selling t-shirts literally 30 minutes after it happened. Rebel News is selling them, and of course, House of Commons staffer is selling them as well. Absolutely hilarious. And in our last feature of the night, there is a Canadian man who describes Justin Trudeau literally perfect, who calls out everything wacko about Justin Trudeau. And it's none other than Stoner Guy, who is back on the show with another rant here saying hypocrisy is not even a strong enough word to describe Justin Trudeau. Let's watch another epic Stoner Guy rant.
Politicians need to be very, very careful that they don't feed into divisions amongst Canadians.
Unless, of course, it's by medical status, because, you know, the good, obedient Canadians shouldn't have to tolerate one of the bad, disease-ridden Canadians being beside them on a plane or a train.
Or conspiracy theories.
Like CO2 causing climate change or Diagolon.
And I've been thinking about this in regards to...
You're going to convince people that you had a moment of deep reflection on any subject, because you're a worse actor than you are Prime Minister, and that's fucking saying something.
Anyone who wants to be Prime Minister of this country needs to be clear with Canadians about whose votes he wants and who he stands with. If Pierre Poilievre wanted to be a responsible leader,
he won't make dinner plans with card-carrying Nazis. He won't take bribes from religious figures. He won't take kickbacks from charities. He won't illegally interfere in federal criminal prosecutions. He won't admire dictatorships and eulogize dictators. He won't elbow women in the tits. He won't...
I'll even give him the words. This is what he should say.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I groped that reporter, and I'm sorry that I was too much of a coward to own it and apologize. I'm sorry that I mocked and denigrated people of color and Indigenous people, and I'm sorry that I divided and threatened Canadians. And what I'm really sorry for is that no amount of apologies could ever make up for the damage I've done to this country and to the pain and suffering I've caused to so many Canadians throughout the entirety of my existence.
I reject categorically the endorsement and the support
of Yaroslav Hunka, Benjamin Levin, Peter Daglish, Amin El Maoud, Jaspal Atwal, Hamas.
Because Diagolon?
There it is.
And Alex Jones is a garbage conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, but he's not a child pornographer or a terrorist or a Nazi.
That's all Pierre Poilievre would have to say. But he won't say it.
I'll say it. Fuck Trudeau.
Another absolute classic from Stoner Guy. And if you guys want to follow him, you're always asking me in the comments, how do I follow him? Get on X and follow Stoner Guy at ThinksIThinks. You're welcome. Okay, guys, we're going to end it off here on this question, all right? Pierre Poilievre calls Justin Trudeau a wacko. I think it's a pretty polite, accurate assessment of Trudeau. How about you tell me in the comments, how would you describe Justin Trudeau in one word? I'm looking forward to the laughs. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about this stupid reporter on YouTube named the Pleb, or buy a membership if you're balling out of control and can afford $5 Canadian. My name is the Pleb, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.
I want to set the world on fire with a love that's impossible to deny. Ignite the passion, let it spread high. A flame that lights up the darkest sky.